Hey up troops, hey Littleton here again with another video. Just bear with me a second, I'm just going to plant the diffuser. Oh, I feel dizzy. Maybe we'll just wait on the plant for a little bit later. That can only mean one thing. This time we're looking at Echo. Just a quick one before we get into the juicy stuff about Echo. I want to say thank you to every single one of you. We just hit 30,000 subscribers. That's absolutely insane. For a bald 34-year-old man who sits here and plays Siege at his PC, I never thought we'd get to 30,000. Thank you so much. I cannot express enough, even though I'm trying to do it with my hands for some reason, I cannot express enough how grateful I am for everyone that's got involved with the channel over the last, it's not even been 2 years, what, 22 months or so? I think it's 2 years in January, February time. So thank you so much for everyone that's got involved. 30k, baby. Nice one. I mean this when I say this. I really mean this. Echo is class. He's so underrated at the moment. He's now a 2-speed, used to be a 1-speed. The Supernova is an incredibly good shotgun at the moment. The Bearing 9 is incredibly good sidearm. The MP5 Silence is a decent SMG as well. Not the best, but it's decent. 2 yokai. The guy's unreal. Impact shields, unreal. So we'll start with some in-game examples where I've tried to sort of use the same sort of scenarios I'm going to show you in the examples later in the video. Don't laugh at the Villa. I died on Villa when I shouldn't have done, really, and I think I got knifed by Ash, and I don't want to talk about it, but it gives a really good example. Ash is trying to find the Echo drone and can't find it, so I wanted to keep the clip in, even though I missed a load of shots and got knifed in the back. Don't worry about that bit. Other than that, that's enough waffling. Let's get stuck into it. So here on Bank, then, I'm going to try and get some examples of aggressive Echo play whilst we're defending down here in open area and staff room. I'm going to leave a Echo cam. Can you get him in this slot here? I don't think you can. That's too narrow, isn't it? Imagine you could slot an Echo cam in there. I feel like you should. You know, you won't be able to. I'll just leave it on this shelf for now, just to watch this door. Then I'm going to go upstairs and try and use my own drone aggressively. Now, I do go on to mention in the video that you can do this when you've got a decent gunner on your team, someone who you know is good mechanically. You can use them as the person here to be pushing. So I'm going to make a rotate into CEO. I'm going to put my own drone just out in the hallway here, under the chair, the chair, I said then. Wait, was there not used to be a bench here? I'm sure there used to be. Maybe wrong. Just leave that there. Let's see what we get. 4v4. It's hard with casual because no one actually... Everyone just shift W's, don't they? I'm going to open this. Check my other cam, see what's going on. Yeah, they're on the window, aren't they? I can try and hold a bit of vertical on the window. That's the window you can see there, by the way. You see the barricade that's been broken. We can see the hop in-ish. Right, so we know the Ash is there. This is where we can try and use that drone aggressively.
Someone is tracking you.
I'm getting Jackal tracked. Not ideal. Just run away far enough. See where that Jackal's pushing me from. I'm assuming the Jackal's in stock. Zoph? Was that a Zoph impact or was that Sledge's hammer? I genuinely can't tell. Oh, there's another one out there. Okay, let's go and hold the meeting door from here. Gotta come this way, haven't you, Ash? Surely. She just shot my Echo drone, I think. Ash still alive. That's Ash. Come on!
Last operator standing. Friendly, last operator standing.
Okay. Where was that?
No, stay with drone. Stay with drone.
10 seconds left. Op 4 is
I missed the plant.
to disable their
I know where he is, though. Get in! Where did he plant? Right here. Imagine if I got Claymored then. So I haven't really given you a great example of echo there, although I have a little bit. I use my own cam. I mean, it's not a great example of echo per se, but we use the cams to move around the map. Ideally, I had a stop sense from planting there. I was a little bit slow getting to it, but you can see I was upstairs using my cam on the hallway to see the Zoth went into meeting. Then we saw the Ash was still outside stock. Just play echo aggressively sometimes, only when it's relevant though. You know, don't always play echo aggressively. Then you've also got passive echo, which we'll get into in a second. So we showed a bit of direct echo or aggressive echo on Bank, and now we're going to do the opposite on Villa. Unfortunately, the pre-site setup's the wrong way around here. We want this not reinforced. We might as well reinforce it. You can't not have this wall reinforced. It's this one that should be soft. So where I place my echo drone is right up there in that corner. The reason I do that is you're going to be able to see the default plant on the vault door just there, and it's very hard to see for attackers. I can hear a drone. The other one we place over here on main stairs on the plant pot. Make sure you don't destroy the plant pot here. Throw that onto the ceiling. Someone's going to rush up main stairs, so I need to be quick. I just did the front door go. We'll wait for this thorn trap to go off, and then we'll swing.
Playing my trump card.
Assuming someone's pushing the front door there, that is. I don't really want to be overly aggressive here. I'm trying to demonstrate passive echo, not swing within the first 10 seconds of a round echo. Now, they are down on the front door because the Legion just destroyed a drone. But anyway, my point is, I'll show you this setup in the video as well. But this looks at main stairs. You can also see 90 from here between the leaves. It's very hard to see for attackers. This denies you the plant on the main spot here. You can also turn the corner, go up on the ceiling, and deny the plant spot behind the maps table there. But the beauty of the one on main stairs is it's close enough. 90 window. It's close enough that you can come off this plant pot and just drive it into bar to deny the plant onto... Let me just ping the 90 window for a second. Can deny the plant onto bar as well. It's there, is it? Interesting. So that's top main. Do we hold that? We're not really supposed to hold that here, are we? It's not what we want to be doing. Right, so there's one top main. One coming through bar door into study. That's not ideal. I have to kill this person top main. Hello? Oh, Ash was behind me. I wanted to kill him and then get this kill. And it was... See, she's been looking for the echo cam because she could hear it. That's not gone overly well. I wanted to get that kill on the Jackal, then turn around and kill the other one that was top main, but didn't quite go to plan. And this is the final round of this game on Villa. I mean, and this is nothing to do with echo, right? But it's 2-2. It's a huge round. I've got to record it, include it in some video, and I'm not doing another Grim video anytime soon. Let's get over red stairs. Reload for the one extra bullet. You always need it. One's close. Not stopping. Huge, immediate rush. No Frostmath. Massive. Massive. Hello, is there any defenders on the side? Massive. Still two defenders somewhere. I've got diffuser, I probably should plant. I'll go and plant. I think they just came in aviator. Ying going off. Oh, I haven't died to a Capcom, by the way.
Diffuser is active, protected at all costs. Friendly
Oh, massive.
operator standing.
Thank you. There's nothing to do with echo, but I just thought I'd include it in the video because it was a 2-2 decider in the game. I'm sorry you had to watch a round of Grim. That was a pretty good round though, right? Come on. Anyway, let's get into the echo setups. So the first echo setup we're going to look at is down here on Bank. I've shown this on a short video that I did for Ubisoft. I've not shown it on any other video, I don't think. But it's so good. Right, you've got this little alcove here behind this lip of whatever that is. Is that like the ceiling tiles or something? You've got this sort of line here. Now, this is going to be your go-to place for your drone here. So we take it up to take it all the way up to the wall, out like an inch, and then up, and it'll fit. Maybe that was too far. There we go, and it'll fit in this gap here. Now, if you get rid of this screen as well, you can now see, by the way, I've made the thermite hole or ace hole that we normally end up with here. Then the default plant comes in this area here, right? Well, with this drone, you can now see that default plant area. And the attackers can't see that drone. Only if you come to here and look under there will you see it. But if an attacker comes to here, they're dead from the rotate or the mirror that's normally playing this area. Now, the beauty of this as well is you can put multiple cameras there. I've had great success with this in ranked. I've seen other people that have tried it and made TikToks about it as well. So if I'm here planting, boom, I'm off the plant. Getting echoed is such a horrible feeling, man. Getting that yokai drone sends you so all over the place. But again, with the two cameras, you can't see them there. You can't see them there. You can just about see them there, but you're never going to see them. The only thing that you could do is drone them, and if they do drone them, you're going to see that anyway. So you can drop it down behind the desk, and then it can't be shot from here. You can keep him here till the plant happens. Boom, drop it in, bring it down. Swap to the other one. Boom. Go back off. Get that off. Go back. You've got 4 sonic bursts, or whatever they're called. Sonic boom, sonic burst, yokai bursts, to stop the plant here. And of course, if the plant goes down here, which happens sometimes these days with an OSA shield, you can get off, come around, use this bench to your advantage, go up, yokai, come back down. Same with this one. Up, yokai, down. And then obviously those drones now can't be destroyed from there. You're gonna have to nade over the top, or no, they're not gonna be able to get rid of them there. Really useful plant spot on bank, because this, if you don't have a C4 and a mirror here, this plant is, as long as this hatch is open, if the attackers get this hatch open and get control of server, the only thing that can really stop you planting here is a C4 from here. There's an angle that you can get from garage. I might as well show you all on bank. There's an angle that you can get from garage that can hold that plant just about. But the problem is with this, is it means you leave this unreinforced, and this player is going to get absolutely smoked from anyone pushing garage later on. If that's, I mean, we're going off topic of Echo here, but if you ever see a team doing this and not reinforcing this wall, just make sure you have a lurker coming through garage later on. Like with 30 seconds, 40 seconds left, have a lurker crouch walking down here and get the guy who's holding like this. It's quite often a Cade with a long sight on the TCSG, because you can get a decent angle there. So yeah, just bear in mind that we've gone a bit off Echo there, but as long as this hatch is open and if this wall's open, the attackers have got a really solid chance of winning the round. We're on to upstairs Chalet now, and I'm going to show you the Echo drone that I use over on this site. I'm going to open the breach as you would normally find from Ace, Thermite, Habana, whoever we see. And the first cam that we're going to put down uses this beam as a way of hiding it. So we put it in line with the beam, have a look up to the ceiling, just line it up, come off the wall a little bit, and up we go. You can see we're right tight into this beam here. How many times when you play this site does the plant go down behind half wall? It's 99 times out of 10. Well, it's almost every round that if a plant goes down, it's this area here, right? So putting that drone up there, that yokai drone, completely hides it from attackers as they come in. They've got no idea it's there. Even if they drone in, oh, I'm a drone. You can't see it up there. You would never see it. Plant goes down, and obviously you can deny that plant. Now, the first thing that the defenders are going to do is look up, and this is just a general tip for Echo. Everyone does that. As soon as they get Echo drone, they look up straight away. So what I tend to do is I Echo drone and then drop it down. And now what the beauty of this is, you can go underneath this desk here. So you can Echo drone. Obviously, we're getting the effect here, but you hit them, dive off, go under this desk, and just hang on. And if you see him planting again, out you come, up to the ceiling, boom, back down, under the cabinet. Works every time, every single time. Now, the other drone, I do one of two things. So I really like doing this, right, where we open this window, throw the, this can be quite tricky to do sometimes, but throw the Echo drone right up at the window, go prone, makes it a bit easier, so it bounces down on the window frame. Now what you can do here is you can push the drone out a little, but don't drop it off the ledge or you won't be able to get it back. You'd have to jump out the window, and that's pretty much going to result in your death. But you can push it out quite far before it says that you're outside. So you bob back in. And again, you can be quite far out with it. But I use this for watching the library jump out and also the piano door there. The piano window. It's mad how it's like recognizing it a bit earlier now than it did to begin with. I wonder why that is. But yeah, anyway, I put it here. I'll leave it on the window frame. I have a quick look if there's anything worth jumping out for, and if there is, obviously, out we go. Bosh, thanks very much. The other thing I do is I'll use it a bit more like an aggressive echo that we talked about earlier. You'll generally have someone playing on Mez. It's probably going to be a Jaeger or an Azami these days that plays in this area here. And using this area here, you're just going to call out to your friend. This echo drone will probably get destroyed. You're just going to call out to your teammate whilst you're playing on here. Go into library. Have a look where people are in library. You can hide so well in the roof of library looking at this. Get someone echo drone. I don't know why I keep saying echo droned. Why do I keep saying we'll echo drone them? I don't mean that. Or like use the yokai to sonic burst them or whatever we're going to call it. Stun them. Let's go stun. We're going to stun them there. Up to the ceiling. Stun them there. Come out. Call to your Azami that, yeah, there's one library underneath big window. And nip around here. Just make sure no one's coming blue stairs to protect him. The whole time, obviously, you're generally going to be pretty safe in sight. Because most of the push comes from library. Obviously, just don't do it here in front of big window. The safest place you can stand, really, is... Hello? Hello? The safest place you can stand is in here. You can reinforce this wall, which I do a lot of the time. You can also reinforce one of these walls, because this goes through into bathroom. If you reinforce this wall, you can even reinforce this. And make a line of sight next to you. And then you can hold bathroom window from here as well. Also then hold big window from here, or big window from here. But standing in this corner here is going to be your safest place to be on cams to begin with. And yeah, just use your echo drone to be a bit more aggressive. Right, let's go and have a look at downstairs. That half wall one, by the way, will win you so many clutch rounds. The amount of time... Oh, I've moved it under the desk, didn't I? The amount of times that I've done this, got them off the plant, and I've been in bedroom, and all I do is I get them off the plant, I'll just drop the hatch, get back on this, get them off the plant again, use the other drone to come around if I need to. Honestly, that will win you so many rounds if you can deny the plant on half wall. So we're downstairs on Chalet now, and these drones that I use down here tend to be more sort of info drones than plant denial drones. The first one goes under the boat, right in the far corner, and the second one goes in wine. Just make the rotate quickly. The second one goes in wine on this drone hole here. Tuck it into the right hand side of the drone hole and use it to see if anyone's coming blue. If then you know someone's planting wine, obviously you can bring it round. Deny the plant that's going to go down on wine, probably there or there. But use it primarily to watch for blue, but don't just leave it in the drone hole, because let me go around and show you. Pretty obvious if you just leave it in the drone hole as you're coming down blue that there's an echo drone staring at you. So make sure you, after you've looked, move it to the side. Just sort of quick peek with the drone. The one that's on the boat is here, just to keep an eye on the breach. Obviously, you're going to be able to see who comes in the breach and what they do. And if you need to, you can come out. Planting behind the green barrel, you can deny the plant from behind there. Tuck it back in. But make sure you hide it behind this sort of, what's this, a steel coil of some kind of cable or braid or something. But just hide it behind this, but you can get all the information you need from here. You can also see bottom main as well. And if the plant goes down, which he does sometimes behind here, you can also come and deny that. Remember, keep the drones safe afterwards. Don't just ignore the drones. Anyone blue? So it's like, I don't really keep them in one place here. I'm very much on the drones quite actively. You can stand in this place here, which is generally a pretty safe place to stand, as long as someone's watching this wine door from at the back of wine, which normally happens here. There's a shield that goes there a lot of the time. But as long as you know you're safe here from blue, because you're checking it yourself. No one blue. And yeah, you know if someone's going to be pushing wine, because your teammates are going to start dying around the back of wine, so you're going to have to come off the cam. This supernova, by the way, will do a job from here at range. This will down someone from here if they're a 1 health 3 speed. Like, the range of the supernova and how good the supernova now is insane. Make sure you're ADS'd and make sure you've got a laser on it. If you get a good enough shot on it, enough for the body mass, it will down someone from this range. It's crazy, crazy good at the moment. But yeah, downstairs on Chalet, a little bit more mobile than just putting a drone in one place and fixing it there. It's all about staying on your cams and giving the information to your team. Don't forget to shoot the radio. Right, this is a setup that I've definitely shown before, but I'm going to include it because it's one of my favourites. First echo drone goes on that server rack up there. You can ignore that for now, but we're eventually going to use that to look at the breach and the default plant behind this bomb. The next one, we do a big detour downstairs, all the way down to strip. Let's just make a rotate here to make it a bit quicker for the video. Obviously, you wouldn't normally do that. Now you go down main stairs. We're going to make our way round to strip. Shoot the f***ing speaker. Thank you. And we're going to open the hatch here. If you don't bring the shotgun, make sure you bring impacts because you need to open that hatch. And we go back up to gym. Or to master, but gym's better because it's a bit of a safer place to stand. It's a bit less busy. This FAV gaming skin looks so good with this orange attachment, by the way. So bright and... no, what's that? I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. So bright and shoot the radio. So bright and in your face. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of. Right, so we prep this window. And the reason that Echo drone's downstairs is to use this hatch to have a look up. You can see this is highway. That's the site window there. So you're going to use all of this information to see if there's anyone on the roof there. If there's anyone Logi hatch, you can see the drop into Logi hatch there. You can also see CC window, which is the main point. We've got it here. And if you see someone CC window, you jump out, smoke them on CC window, and you jump back in. That's only going to be good for one kill, usually. Now, you've got to be super careful. If you... Sorry, I can hear that jukebox. I can't live with myself if I don't shoot the jukebox. Yes, I do know that where the jukebox vertical is. It's not gone off. Is that gone off? Oh, it's not there. It's to this side. Maybe I don't know where the jukebox vertical is. There it is. Thank God for that. Oh, no wonder I was off slightly. Yeah, it's there. Closer to the bed, I need to remember that. So this is only going to be good for like 1 or 2 kills. 1 usually. Get back in. Now, your other drone, of course, is in sight. We're going to be using that to spot the default plant or just to watch people walking in from the breach. As soon as they walk in and try and default plant, boom, get off that, run your drone around, hide behind the bomb. Oh, they're planted again. Okay, boom. Thanks very much. They're off the plant. From this window jump out, by the way, you can also, depending where they are, let me just get rid of that barricade. Depending where they are planted, if they're tucked right in behind the bomb, like if they're tucked right in here, you're not going to be able to see them. If they're planting just to the side of the bomb, like that's the bomb chassis there, from that run out, you can deny the plant from there. It's going to be pretty hard to do with the bearing, but you can deny it with an angle from there. What tends to happen, though, is if you end up in like a 4v5 or a 3v5, don't wait at this window. Because remember, if you're not on site and your team's in a 3v5, it actually means the team's in a 2v5 on site because you're nowhere near. So if you go down to like a 4v5, start thinking, well, maybe I can't just hang around this and wait for me free kill. If it goes down to a 3v5, you've definitely got to get back to site and start making things happen. You can't just hang around waiting for your free kill and you end up in a 1v5. You get a free kill and it's a 1v4 and you're like, oh, right, okay, well, we've lost the round. You know, you've got to be a bit more active and a bit more aware of when you start losing teammates. If you end up in like a 5v4, 5v3, that's the dream scenario. But yeah, I've shown that a few times. Hopefully people who've not seen that before take something from that. Downstairs on Clubhouse is actually a really, really good site to play Echo because there's so many... This is probably one of the few sites in ranked where you don't know where the push is going to come from. Yes, it comes from kitchen hatch a lot, but more often than not nowadays, because you've seen it so much in Pro League, the push comes from blue a lot these days. And with the amount of operator gadgets that we have now that can clear areas, thinking about like the new changes to Grim and Sense can obviously clear lines of sight as well. Taking blue is a lot easier than it used to be, obviously with the hatch open as well. So you see a lot of blue takes now. Now, obviously people come down bottom main. The moto hatch can be opened. This has to be one of the sites where there's more viable ways of attacking this side than there are most others. Like you think of CCTV that we've just been to. There's like mainly one attack there, right? You take garage, you open the breach, you plan default. That's usually the way it goes. This site changes all the time. That's why Echo's so good. Because you can be in a safe place, back a church on the reinforced wall for the first minute of the round, and you can just be using one of your Echo drones to drive around finding where the main push is coming from. Being able to go up to the top of dirt and back down in 5 seconds, 10 seconds with an Echo drone to see if dirt's open is incredibly good information for the team. But one Echo drone spot that's completely obvious, but I think is really, really solid, is not there because it fell down. But right here on this grey box, right? Leave that on top of there. I don't think the amount of times I've played Echo there, I don't think I've ever had it destroyed. Because no one... I mean, I'm going to have to nip upstairs for this. Talk amongst yourselves. What did you have for your dinner? Tonight, I had ham, egg, and chips. And it's one of my favourites. Like, when I say ham, it was like gammon, like oven-cooked ham. Do you know, not like ham slices that you put in a sandwich. It was, yeah, really, really nice. There's something about... like oven-baked ham or whatever you want to call it, and egg. Just it's a fried egg and ham. Unbelievable. Anyway, back to the point in hand. No attacker ever stands this side of the hatch, really, because there's nothing to gain from being this side of the hatch. you're not really going to get an angle on much at all. Most attackers are going to be here, holding through this, or here, holding down onto this, or the angle that every person on the hatch dies to, down on box 1 there. No one's going to be looking underneath. Now, the beauty of it is, it's super loud. You can hear it, right? You can hear the echo drone. So the attackers know there's one somewhere, but they don't know where. And if they drop... I've just tried to drop a drone down. But if you drop a drone down, let's pretend this is a drone. You're looking around for that echo drone. Bear in mind, this is all a drone can see, obviously, because it's on the floor. You can't see where that echo drone is, and you're certainly not going to be walking around here and try and have a look where it is, thinking it's up there, because you're just never going to find it. The beauty is, obviously, you can see if anyone pushes in dirt, if you move it out slightly, but also the main point is the kitchen hatch, and if somebody drops, you can drop the drone, deny the plant behind the bomb, which is here, come off the drone, go and tuck it in somewhere. It's just a really solid spot. The other thing to do if you want to use a drone elsewhere, let me move over to church. Oh, I need to drop down actually, because I have to throw it in the fridge. Excuse me. In church, this one's a little bit more obvious, and it does get a scene sometimes, but it gives you so much info. You throw it in the fridge here in the corner. Tuck it right to the back of the fridge. Obviously, you're going to have your rotate there. You're going to have feet holes here. And this is reinforced. So you get all the information you could ever want from blue. You can see the door. You can see if anyone pushes down from oil. You're also going to get all that information from people being on moto door here. You'll hear the footsteps really clearly. And obviously the plant that goes down sometimes goes down here. You'll be able to hear that. And if you do hear the plant go down, guess what? Drop out the fridge, go to the ceiling. Bosh, thanks very much. See you later. I don't play him as much downstairs, but I probably should play him more. And to be honest, I should play Echo more in general. We're on to Cafe upstairs now, and this one is an absolute screamer. I think it was a Pro League team that I saw do this first. I think it might have been Virtus Pro or Empire, maybe. I think it might have been one of the teams from Russia. So, first things first, obviously, we reinforce this wall anyway. We shoot out the top. You can do it with an SMG, even if you haven't got a shotgun. You want to be throwing your drone on top of that reinforcement there. You can push these bits of rubble out if you want to, so it doesn't obscure your view. You can push them out with the drone. Just make sure you don't go off the edge, obviously, and just leave that on top of the reinforcement there. The next one is we shoot out the top of this bar, and again, it's possible with the SMG, even if you don't have a shotgun. Just takes a little bit of like a couple of mags. Shoot the speakers. And then what we want to do is go prone, throw this into the bar, so it drops into the bar like this. Then what we want to do is make sure we've got enough viewing space this side, which we have now. Right, so what this drone's going to do is give you loads of sound information for people coming through Cigar Shop and anyone coming through under what we call Shiko or under New Hatch here. So what you can do is use this bar to set the camera up. Get someone off the plant on default there. This is the most common default plant here. You can fire the drone up, get someone off that plant, and get off the drone and go back down. Obviously, I couldn't go back down there because I just echoed myself. And go back down. So without echoing myself, just want to recharge. Bob up, echo, bob down. No one knows where this drone is. The other one is going to give you just great information across all of the site. New hatch push onto that default plant. You can see cigar door. You can see into freezer. And don't forget, if you need to, you can drop it down. Run that over. And do the same thing there. Drop it back in. Tuck it in here. As long as you tuck it away after, no one's going to know it's there. But yeah, it's a really, really good strat. I've been doing this for literal years. I think it was about 3 years ago I first started doing this, and it still works just as well now. We're downstairs on Cafe now, and I'm only going to show you one here because I don't play Echo down here very often, but there's a ton of shelves that you... Echo drones work really well on shelves. I mean, I've never placed an Echo drone here in game, but I imagine if you did place an Echo drone... In fact, this is actually a really, really good spot. You can see people coming in freezer. You can see the prep window. You can see the double door. You get the sound over the... I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. One more. Excuse me. I'm not editing that out. That can stay in. You get the sound for long... In fact, whoa, hold the phone. This is unreal. You get the sound for long bar, double door, freezer, freezer drop, prep window. And if you move this way... No, you can't quite see the prep door, but that's an insanely good amount of information. So yeah, that's your first camera. I've literally just made that up. Where I normally would play it is here. In this prep shelving unit. And keep it tucked in as much as you can, and then no one's going to see, because as they come in, they hear it going off, they're looking for it, and they can't spend long looking for this here, because they're going to get swung from prep window or prep door. You know, you can't walk in here backwards looking for it like this, and you can't shoot it when you're here because you don't know where it is. Obviously, don't have it like this, because then it is going to get destroyed. Got to make sure you've got it tucked in. But the reason it's so good is there's a default plant. You know, the bomb is normally... The chassis is normally there, right? And the default plant is to tuck in behind it here. Well, if they are tucking in behind it, you can just drop off this. You don't need to go into the site. You can go up onto the ceiling and prep and get them off the plant there. You don't need to go into the site with it. The first thing they're going to do is look up like this and try and find the cam here. They're not going to look in there for it. They're going to be looking up into this room. Obviously, if you can, drop it down, tuck it in, make sure it's hidden, come back out, do it again. Just be careful on this ceiling, as you've just seen. If the Echo drone doesn't hit the ceiling in the right place, it won't settle. So if you like try and take it up on that pipe, that red pipe that we've just seen, like you try and put it up there, it isn't going to set. It actually just did settle. But the first time we took it up, you saw it didn't settle. Let's see if we can get it again. The ceiling has to be flat up. There you go. So whatever we're on here, it's not happy that we're settling on that. So you've just got to make sure it's that like, it's this here that we're trying to get on there. You've got to make sure you get on something nice and flat, which can be tricky when you're like, oh shit, oh crap, he's planting now. I nearly said shit, he's planting then. I try not to swear in these videos. Oh shit, oh shit, he's planting. And you're rushing around trying to get on the ceiling and you end up not getting on the right, so like that. That's exactly what can happen. The red pipe did us a service there. I can't believe we actually, let me just try and get it settled back on that red pipe again. There we go. So yeah, it can sit on the pipe. Must be if it like falls onto the brackets or onto the sprinkler heads. So yeah, you've just got to be mindful that you need to make sure you've got a nice big area that you can take the Echo drone up onto. Getting it up in this kind of room can be a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, that's downstairs on Cafe. I can't believe we've just found this. This is incredibly useful. I can't wait to use that in ranked games. And I'm going to play Echo, I think, every day for the rest of my life. On to Nighthaven Labs, and we're going to play a bit of a game like we played on the Valk videos. I've placed the 2 Echo drones down. I'm going to walk around the site, and I need you to tell me where the Echo drones are. So use the audio to hear them as well. Tell me if you can see them. I know they're lit up when you get close, but ignore that. Right, good game that one. That was a fun game. So the first one, you probably saw that one because it's lit up, is under there. Really well hidden. This one is insanely good though. Is under there. Now, the reason they're good, this, sorry, I don't know why I went on cams there. This breach is one of the common areas for defenders to come in, sorry, attackers to come in, and the same with the connector, sorry, electrical, yeah, it is connector, sorry, connector, this is electrical. The connector breach here as well. Now, the reason this one is so good is because this is the default plant here. So you can come out, deny the plant, tuck back in, classic Echo like we've been talking about the whole time. Or don't forget, if this wall doesn't get opened, you can almost flank the attackers with your Echo drone comfortably from sight to see what's going on in electrical. Bob back out through the drone hole if that wall's not open, back into sight. There's not many places where you can go round the attackers, come back round and back into sight without having to go back through them through this door. But you can bring it back around and tuck it in nicely. The other one just gives you so much good information on the breach. You're not going to use this to use any sonic bursts or stuns from here. You're just going to wait for them to come in. And if you're still alive at the end of the round, hopefully you are, you're almost going to follow them into sight to deny the plant. So as they push through that door, you won't be far behind them, just watching what they're doing. If they go down to try and get the plant down, wherever they do it, you get up on the ceiling, deny the plant, get back out of the room again as always, tuck back in. But just almost follow them into the room if you can towards the end of the round to know where they're going to push and give the call outs to your team. But no attacker has ever destroyed my drone whilst it's been under that table there as Echo. This one has been destroyed a couple of times. I'll show you what the viewpoint is for an attacker. Point of view. Make sure you get in behind these cables and you can sort of feel the drone go up when you get to the back. Make sure you sort of let it go up a little bit when you get to the back. It's like it goes up on the wheels a little bit. Just like, there we go. And it feels like it's raised a little bit, so it's a bit harder to see. For the attackers, obviously it isn't lit up for them. They don't know it's there. And that is still lit up for us, so it's easier to see, but like, that's what they see. It's not easy to see as if you didn't know it was there. But yeah, really useful drone spot. Gives you loads of info, and that one out there especially. Really good. We're downstairs on Nighthaven now, and this is too simple to be true. It's too good to be true, too simple to be good to be true, whatever, you know what I mean. Tuck the drone right into behind this desk, just here, and just do nothing with it all round until you hear the plant going down. You're not going to be using it for info, you're not going to be peeking with it. Don't give the attackers a chance to even know it's there. Just tuck it in here. As soon as you hear the plant, it's going to be going down either on this box, sometimes crouched in behind here, even though you can still see people over that when they crouch. Or tucked in this corner, wherever the plant's going. Obviously, it could be in smoke on the breach. Get them off the plant, throw the drone back down, and make sure it's hidden there. Now, this can be done on loads of different sides that have got tables and desks. Just tuck it in behind, bob it up to stop the plant, and then get it back down on the floor. The other one, I have to admit, I saw on Leon Gids' TikTok, and it has to be the highest echo drone in Rainbow Six Siege. Come to vending stairs, or what most people tend to call exosuit stairs. Come to exo stairs, throw the drone on top of these slats. I'm not very good, it takes me a couple of tries. Oh, no, we got it. Although I did want it on the other slat, to be honest with you. So you go up on the back one, up to the top of the slat, all the way up to the ceiling, and look at the view you get. In fact, it is actually better being on that back one because you get more of a view because you're further back. Look how high that is. If you listen, you can't even hear the echo drone. Once this default cam gets destroyed, this is going to give you a view of all the top of this stairwell, all the way down the stairs. What I actually recommend you do here is use your echo shotgun, tuck in tight here. Use the echo shotgun, blast someone as they come down the stairs, and then peek as they come down. Don't hit them as they're coming down this top bit here. Hit them as they're like on the platform or as they're coming down here, roughly about there, and then swing straight away and get that kill. Wait until, if you blast them when they're here, they're going to run like, hang on, let me just show that. If you blast them when you're here, I don't know why I keep saying, I've said blast, I've said stun, I've seen echoed. I don't know why I keep changing what I'm calling getting stunned by Echo's drone. If you stun them when they're here, they're just going to run back up these stairs and you're not going to have a chance to swing them. Wait until they're committed on the way down, then stun them, and then swing. So, stun. That was the top of the stairs, Andy, you buffoon. This is what we want here, the bottom of the stairs. Stun, swing, dead. Job done. ADS with the shotgun, so you get a much tighter spread, as you can see there. But yeah, cheers, Leon, for that one. So finally, we're on to Villa, and I'm just going to go through that setup we showed at the start of the video, just in a little bit more detail. Obviously, the basics we know because we saw it, but we want to be right tucked in against this beam. As an attacker, you're not going to see that as you walk in. You can't see it. We're then going to go over to the plant pot, just like we did at the start. Make sure you can shoot this off so easily. Make sure you don't. Chuck it on there. Just drop it off the edge slightly, and then tuck into this area so you can see top main. You can also see 90. And obviously, you're going to see 90 window as well. What I tend to do is play a rotate here. I've said this on loads of videos, but play a rotate here and put your shield here. And then you can play the shield to top main. Or if you come this way, you can play the shield to 90. As long as your shield's down this gap here. What you then want to be doing is covering that default plant, like we said, there. Or come round, if you're going on top of the maps table. Make sure you tuck in when you place this camera, not like this is exactly what you don't want. You want to be tucked in against that rafter, against that beam, like you see how it's right up against it. In fact, we could probably get a little bit closer. There we go. Oh, no, too close. There we go. Right in against it. And with this one, we're going to be watching for top main most of the round at 90. Obviously, two very common areas to push. If they do get past this cam, we come into bar, we fire up to the ceiling, get them off the plant, nip back out, hide here. Oh, the planted again, no worries. Get them off the plant, tuck back out. But you wouldn't remember, once you come off that plant, you're not going to be able to get back up to that plant without throwing it again. And look how easy it is to destroy. So make sure you don't do that at the start of the round. By the way, if you've got the Echo shotgun, use this green chair left of the table as reference. Make some holes here. That's front door below you. So you can hold that front door straight away. Just be careful. Some people will grenade for that front door straight up onto this area here and try and get a kill at the start of the round. But if anyone's rushing front door, that's an absolute freebie. Don't forget as well, behind the bar, the vertical you can do. Come right up to the bar. Get rid of that, and that's main stairs there as well. So you can hold main from here as well. Just remember, you can get grenaded. It's so easy to kill people that are holding vertical from behind this bar. Just be careful with that. But yeah, two, not really echo related, but two decent vertical holds there. That's all I've got for you really on Villa 2. I mean, we went through it in the game, so I don't really want to spend too much time on it, but this one here will give you so much information. You sure? You sure what? You saw that Ash that was coming down 90, the one that ended up killing me in the game. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on. But the Ash that was coming down here was looking for the Echo drone, like up and around here. I had no idea where it was when it was just in that plant there. So really solid setup. Works a lot of the time for me in ranked. Hope it works for you. So there we have it. The most underrated operator on defense in Siege at the moment, I think. I mean, there's a lot of good defenders. You know, Azami's up there, Solus is up there, Fenrir's up there. I tell you what, something about Echo that just makes me think he's absolutely class. I think it's because you can play him in different ways. He's got a really good lineup of weapons you can use as well. Just a class operator, get him used. If you've watched this video 10 times, which would be a bit mad, but if you have, that's fine. If you've watched it for 10 seconds, or if you've watched it for 10 hours, also that'd be quite mad. Thank you very much. The channel's nothing without you, the viewer. Thank you once again for getting me to 30,000, getting us to 30,000. It's not just me. I might make the videos, but what's the point if no one watches them? It's you that watches them, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Cheers!